All rise.
This is Deeper Than Money. Talk to me. I want viewers watching my show to believe in themselves.
Judge Hatchet is compelling.
If he is not going to honor you, he needs to be gone.
Compassionate.
I don't want you to give up on your dreams. I don't. And I want to figure out how we get this straight.
She's powerful.
If I were in this situation, I would have put you out too.
And she's on the bench.
I feel like I'm being judged here.
That's what I do.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchet. Curtis Barber is suing Sonia Cherry in the amount of $800. Mr. Barber claims his neighbor's twin boys are out of control and says they're the culprits who broke his car mirror while playing near his vehicle.
Hi, we've got neighbors in my courtroom who are having problems. Yes, I know if you've seen me over the years, you know how I feel about that there may come a time when you need a neighbor, right? So you all are neighbors, and you're suing your neighbor for $800 because you say that her children damaged your car. Is that correct, Mr. Barber?
Yes, ma'am.
So what happened?
Well, I'm suing her for $800 because one morning I was ironing my clothes like I do every morning. I was looking out the window and she came out with her twin dragons.
Why do you call them dragons? This is not the first encounter you've had with these children, because clearly you wouldn't be calling them dragons.
No, they've been terrorizing the neighborhood for a couple of years since their father passed.
How old are these children?
My children are 9. I have twin boys.
Twin boys?
9 years old.
And
yes,
their father passed away?
Yes, ma'am. He passed like 2 years ago.
I am so sorry to hear that.
Thank you. My children are not dragons or terrorists. They don't terrorize the neighborhood.
Why does he say that?
He antagonizes my children.
How so?
Anything they do is a problem. He lives directly across the street from me. I don't know why he's always on my side of the street, but everything my kids do with their dog, he has an issue with it.
Has he talked to you about the children before?
He never speaks directly to me. He always speaks to my children, which is a problem in itself.
Yeah, that is a problem. So, Mr. Barber, if you've been having problems with the boys, why haven't you talked to Miss Cherry about it?
I try to talk to her.
How so?
Well, from time to time, her kids have done things. Last week, a neighbor's window got broken by her kids. When the neighbor went to talk to her, her response was, "That's a stupid place to have a window."
Oh.
Wait a minute. Wait. Did you say that?
Does that sound like something, like that doesn't even make sense? No, Your Honor, I did not say that. And it was not my children that broke the window. It was a group of kids together.
But were your children a part of the group?
They were a part of the group.
Well,
but the young man that broke the window came forward and said that he broke the window. He has been pushing the narrative that it was one of mine.
So now, when you were confronted about the window, what was your response?
My response was, how do we know who broke the window? I didn't say that it was a stupid place to put a window. That doesn't make sense to me.
So talk to me, Mr. Barber. What's happening?
It does take a village to raise children, and she never wants to hear it. It's something else, but it's never the fault of those twin Klingons she owns.
Your Honor, I'm not going to let him keep disrespecting
Wait a minute now, come on now. These are children we're talking about. I don't care if you have negative opinions about them.
Okay.
These are children, Mr. Barber. It sounds like to me that there is not any communication. Now, communication goes both ways, Miss Cherry.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to listen to Mr. Barber's concerns?
Absolutely. If anyone brings something to me about my children, I hear them out. But no one does because they aren't bad children.
Did that change after your husband died, though? Was he the
I tried to
disciplinarian?
uphold the standard of like what we put in place, but they are still very well-behaved children. They don't get in trouble at school. No one else in the neighborhood has any complaints about
Okay, so stop right there. Nobody else in the neighborhood has ever complained to you about your children.
No.
Well, they complained about the broken window.
But that was a group of children. That wasn't directly about my children. While he stands here and disrespects my children repeatedly, that was not directly about my children. Someone's window got broken, and they were trying to figure out whose child
And then
did it.
later a child did come and
Yes,
say,
ma'am. And
I
it was
broke the
not
window.
one of mine.
All right, so let's get back to the day that this happened.
Yes.
You were telling me that you were watching out of your window,
Yes.
that you were ironing your clothes as
Yes.
you do every morning,
Yep.
and what did you observe?
Sonia came out of their place with the kids, and the kids were in front of her throwing the ball back and forth.
All right.
She was trailing them 15, 20 feet on the phone, not paying attention. One of the boys threw the ball, and I heard an audible sound.
Okay, what kind of sound did you hear?
Coming up on The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
All right, so did you talk to Miss Cherry about this?
No one has ever spoken to her about her children because people who tried to got cussed out.
And later,
Our daughter has been making posts on social media. She posted about our house when we were away in Italy, and we feel that this is a direct result of the break-in.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Curtis Barber, who is suing Sonia Cherry for property damage.
But you said you heard
Yes,
an
I heard
impact.
it, right.
You heard an impact.
Right.
He heard that from across the street inside his house.
Okay, that's how loud it was.
Right.
Because I was ironing clothes, I wasn't dressed, ran back in the bedroom, put on some clothes. At that point, they had already hit the corner and were gone. And I looked at my car, and this is what I saw.
All right.
That's the side mirror on the passenger side of my car.
Okay. All right.
And it was broken. Now, unless in between the time I went into the bedroom to put on some sweats and come out with my camera, unless someone else had done something, that was...
But you said you heard
Yes,
an
I
impact.
heard it, right.
You heard an impact.
Right.
All right. So did you talk to Miss Cherry about this?
The reason no one has ever spoken to her about her children is because the initial people who tried to got cussed out.
All right, so Ms. Cherry, he comes to you, says, listen, it's $800. He has an estimate. We've got pictures. Tell me exactly, and you're under oath, tell me exactly what you said back to Mr. Barber.
He comes to me all aggressive. Your kids are this and that, and they broke the mirror on my car. And I was like, I saw the ball hit the car. It didn't break the mirror. And how would he see the ball break the mirror from the other side of the street? First of all, he's not supposed to be parked on that side of the street. It was Friday morning, and there's no parking on that side of the street from 8 to 6 on Fridays.
Mr. Barber, it's your sworn testimony, though, that you saw, you heard, you were watching out of the window. You
Yes.
heard this crunch
Yes.
when the kids were playing near.
Yes.
Were you on the phone, Miss Cherry, that morning when you were walking
I was on the phone, but I was not on the phone the whole walk down the sidewalk. I was on the phone with a coworker, letting her know that I was on the way in. We were running a little late that day, so I was on the phone for maybe 2 minutes, and then I got off the phone. And I noticed the ball hit the car. I couldn't have been too distracted if I saw it. I saw it hit the car, and I checked it. So I was on the phone, but not for the whole walk, not the whole duration.
Mr.
Judge.
Barber, last word here.
This is a microcosm of the discussions everyone in the neighborhood has with this young lady.
Your Honor, if it was
Is that-
everyone in the neighborhood.
I don't know if it was Gila Monster 1 or Gila Monster 2.
Listen, stop
But-
referring to
Not
those
yet.
children as monsters.
Okay. All
I'm a
right.
mother and a grandmother. Stop it.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Is it your sworn testimony that you saw that you were looking out the window,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
were ironing your clothes, you heard this crunch, the kids were playing near your car, and you came out to inspect and the window was
Yes,
broken?
ma'am.
The mirror was broken,
Yes.
right? Okay, I'm going to rule on this case, but let me just say a few things to both of you all. Neighbors are worth more than gold. I'm telling you, because if something happens, they can get there quicker than the police and the ambulance. And I know that because I have seen it happen. There's got to be some sit down in this neighborhood. This will not be the last encounter. Hopefully it won't be this kind of encounter. But if your child was sick, Mr. Barber may be the person you have to pick up the phone to call for some help, right? If you are sick, Miss Cherry may be the person that needs to get there first to check on you, right? You know, and so I want you all to seriously think about this whole thing about communications and community in a way that you support each other, in a way that you all can get past this. But you're gonna have to stop calling these children out of their names. That's to start with. Okay. You know, because that already sets the tone, and it's not a good tone. We need to embrace our children, and we need to encourage our children, and even when they're wrong, we have to be in a mode of correcting them, not demonizing them. You hear me?
Yes,
I mean this now. Under these circumstances, I am going to award the $800 to the plaintiff in this case. That's going to be my judgment, but this is really far more important than $800 because there needs to be some work toward building a community that everybody can function in. And your children may not quite be the angels you think they are, you know? I'm not saying that they are not good children and that they don't make good grades, but if he is telling the truth and other people are complaining and you aren't listening, I'm talking, if you aren't listening, you may be missing some teachable moments for your children. That's all I'm saying to you. And I said that to you not as a judge, but as a parent, that you don't want to miss the teachable moments. And if I hear about you calling these children out of their names again, there's going to be hell to pay. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Judgment for the plaintiff for the reasons I've articulated. We'll stand adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Hatchett has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $800.
You couldn't have saw anything from that side of the car, but that's fine.
Okay, I did see, but whether we agree on this or not, can we agree to at least communicate, and will you just please listen to us in the neighborhood who are telling you about the kids?
Coming up,
Your home was burglarized.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you're suing your daughter, who was supposed to be watching things apparently.
you're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. Jared and Elena Nelson are suing Abigail Nelson in the amount of $5,000. The Nelsons claim their daughter posted several times about their trip to Italy while they were away and say that's why their home was burglarized.
Oh my goodness, an unfortunate situation. You are in Italy, I understand, on vacation.
Yes, Your Honor.
And your home was burglarized.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you're suing your daughter, who was supposed to be watching things apparently.
Yes, Your Honor.
So why are you holding her responsible?
Our daughter has been making posts on social media, and she posted about our house when we were away in Italy, and we feel that this is a direct result of the break-in.
Your Honor, I don't use it too often, but just the privacy features, we had it when she was younger. Unfortunately, when she turned 18, it's a lot of, location, et cetera. I'm just, again, not too familiar with it.
All right, so what was the arrangement? Your parents go off to Italy, and what was your understanding of what you were supposed to do while they were gone?
So I checked in every day on the plans, brought in packages. I did nothing under the remote that I thought was bad besides make content, which they already know I do every single day.
So why were you posting pictures of the family home on your social media?
So as a young content creator, I've always created content ever since I turned 14. The reason why was because kind of growing up, I've always been an only child, and I'm very grateful for everything my parents have done for me, but at the end of the day, I do wish I had siblings, and I've always felt sort of lonely.
Well, there's some days I wish I didn't have siblings.
Coming up,
Could you tell from the post where the house is located?
More or less, I mean, nobody really has a big flagpole, and also we're the only blue house on the block.
I disagree. I honestly think it could be anybody's house.
you're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Jared and Elena Nelson, who are suing their daughter, Abigail Nelson, for negligence.
Okay, so you really wanted a broader community.
Yeah, I really wanted to connect with people. Growing up, social media became a big platform, and seeing all my friends post about their experiences, and some of them even got some brand dealerships and made money through it, I thought, okay, maybe I can do this. Maybe this is the right path I should go in while I'm in college. Who knows what opportunities it can bring to me, you know?
So let me ask you the basic question. Were the posts any way, could you tell from the post where the house was located?
More or less. I mean, nobody really has a big flagpole with the United States flag, and also we're the only blue house on the block.
I disagree. I honestly think it could be anybody's house. All I indicated was, yes, my parents were away on a trip in Italy. But other than that, I didn't pinpoint exactly the location. It could be anybody's house.
We had a conversation with her 3 months prior in regards to this. We all thought we were on the same page.
Oh, so you already had said, listen, come on.
That's why we're here.
Our business is our business.
Thank you.
Yes.
And you may have been able to say in your mind to justify it, but this was not your story to tell.
And Your Honor, on top of the value, I mean, it's just also things that we lost that were very sentimental.
Tell me about it.
It was my grandmother's jewelry. I mean, it was an heirloom that was handed down to me.
Oh, my goodness.
So we had 3 significant pieces of jewelry that meant so much. Of course, it was a smart TV. We had the laptop. We also have the window. But at the same time, it's a significant piece of jewelry. And again,
That you can't replace.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You cannot replace it.
We're Generation X. Parents were baby boomers. We all had a strict amount of discipline. We've always been so respectful to her, our entire upbringing, giving her so much empowerment. But at the same time, we're doing this today because we want to hold her accountable at least one time here.
Judge Hatchett's verdict when we return. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
Is there some evidence of what you posted?
Yes, I do have some evidence.
Yes, she's got it. Okay.
The first page is going to show the rise of invasions that have been happening in that neighborhood prior as well.
She has over 100,000 followers, so you know, one person or another is going to recognize our house. So that's the issue, and she just completely overlooked our privacy in many ways.
That's our home.
Oh, that's the picture she uploaded of our house
Your house is the only one that has a flag
Your
in the
Honor,
neighborhood?
because
on
we
our
live-
block.
On
We
your
live
block?
in Tucson, Arizona, and so most of the houses there are of an earthy tone color, and we're the only one that really stands out because we're a blue house.
Yeah, and the only one with the flagpole.
So why was it important to post this on your social media? I'm just really trying to understand this. This is not you lounging at the pool. This is your parents' home.
Right. I think honestly, I always post everything that I do. Going to college, I post literally every single day, getting ready, what I'm doing. So to me, this just seemed normal. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it, honestly.
All right, I'm going to rule on this. I'm going to make you responsible for some of this. They've already incurred lost vacation. They've lost things that they cannot replace, that you can't really put a value on. And so I think for you to walk out of this courtroom without any responsibility is not fair. So I'm going to cut this in half. Judgment for the plaintiffs in the amount of $2,500 for the reasons I've so stated.
Thank you,
Thank you, Your Honor.
All rise.
Judge Hatchett has ruled in favor of the co-plaintiffs. The defendant has been ordered to pay $2,500.
I'm sorry, Mom and Dad.
You just have to realize that there are consequences in using social media.
I understand the judge pointed out some good points, so I apologize.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.